this week's episode of Slacking Off. We're the Sultans of Slack. We're here to deliver you this week's dose of, well, we really kind of don't. We try metal and rock and stuff and whatever else we can dig up. Catch us slacking off all over YouTube, Spotify, wherever else you go to get your podcasts. And if you want to tune in early, catch us Monday nights, Metal Fortress Radio. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and all that jazz.
I just want to tell everybody that took Andy a long time to do.
I was like...
He's going to chop it up in post-production. Yeah, that was pretty rough.
That was like...
No, it wasn't rough, though. I think you were more you weren't doing a bad job. You were just self-conscious about it.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
There was 20 takes, probably.
Yeah, probably 20 takes. We're fine, though.
Yeah, now I can't. Yeah, my voice hurts now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so that was the episode.
Thanks for tuning in.
That's all we wanted to get out this week. Crazy week, dude. Crazy week in...
It's kind of just been one after the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lately.
Yeah, it's been a weird... You know what's funny? I feel like rock and roll, there's like not very much news, and then all of a sudden it's just like lots of weird news. Why is rock and roll always weird news? Well, I guess rap and R&B is going through it right now, too. Yeah,
they're going through a phase. And we're not going to miss any of that. Like, we'll keep you updated because we, I don't know. I'm entertained by the P. Diddy thing.
Oh, my gosh.
Even though it's really gross. But
did you see his lawyer talking about all the baby oil?
No.
The lawyer was like...
I was like, don't talk about it.
Yeah. I saw a video of the lawyer talking about all the baby oil, and he's like, well, there's, or at least this is what I think that this was, but he's like, well, there's, he lives right down the road from a Costco, and like Americans like to buy in bulk, so that's why it had so much.
Oh my goodness. I mean, what? Yeah, sure.
I mean, listen, dude, Costco though, I mean, you can't buy just one loaf of bread, or you can't just buy one tube of baby oil. You have to buy 10,000 or whatever it was.
You can buy one pair of Orvis pants for $14.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I love the Orvis pants.
Actually, I got these shorts I'm wearing right now.
Me too.
$3 there. $3.
I love Costco though. Hot dogs, $1.50 hot dog.
Yeah.
And
I had a chicken bake yesterday.
$2, right? $3,
yeah,
$2 or $3,
I think it was like $3.
Like
I bought a pair of shorts and a chicken bake that long for $6 total.
Dude, how could you not love Costco?
I could have threw a hot dog on there for $6.50 or $7.50 total. Like,
one of my favorite,
and a soda.
It comes with the soda, right?
Yeah, so I could have lived with a hot dog, a soda, a pair of shorts, and a chicken bake that long.
Yeah.
One of the cool things about this week is we get to talk about Tim and I's favorite band a little bit.
Yes.
But before we get to that,
Motley Crue,
I want to say real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Hang around for the end because we're going to talk about a little bit of Aftershock stuff. I'm going to Aftershock in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Tim's not going to make it. He double booked. But he will be at a Dallas Cowboys game, so that ain't so bad. But
listen, Aftershock is probably my favorite event. It's so cool.
I think I would agree. It's so far. They put on probably the best festival I've been to.
It's so cool. Yeah.
Aftershock, the biggest, loudest rock festival, is back with Iron Maiden. The West Coast exclusive Slayer performance. Motley Crue. Slipknot, Pantera, Disturbed, Judas Priest, Five Finger Death Punch, Evanescence, and many more. October 10th through 13th at Discovery Park in Sacramento, California. Weekend and single day passes on sale now as low as $10 down at AftershockFestival.com.
So stick around towards the end. We're going to talk about that. But Avenged Sevenfold, Journey.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, the funny part is you had just seen Journey.
And Avenged Sevenfold. I mean, recently I've seen both of those bands.
Oh, that's true. You saw it. Well, I didn't.
We saw Avenged Sevenfold together in Rocklahoma, not that less than a month ago.
Yeah.
And then I just saw Journey like a couple weeks ago.
Which there's so many layers to this weird story. And I'm happy we get to talk about it. I feel like I've been needing to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Journey's lead guitarist, Neil.
50th anniversary of Journey, by the way. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wild.
This year or whatever?
Yeah, this year. Like just today's 50th anniversary. Cool. Crazy.
Well, so there's a few things I find interesting about this. He's the only original member, the lead guitarist.
Right.
So, like if anything's affecting your sound, maybe it's the fact that you're the only original member.
Hey man, maybe.
I don't know.
I will say when I saw them, they were good.
They're amazing, huh?
They were good live, like better than I expected, for sure. Their lead singer brought it.
So I don't know what was going on, but he's mad at Avenged. He's saying that like Avenged nerfed their sound.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that?
He's saying that like basically the sound coming out of the speakers, that they're able to like make it sound a little bit worse, so that when the headliner comes on, that they sound better. Maybe is what he's saying. Remember, we talked to Davey Oberlin about this a little bit, and I asked him if that was a thing because I swore that headliners
do sound better. Yeah.
Like just the overall sound, like is more quality. So that's something I already thought happened. But if it does happen, I don't think that it was just Avenged Sevenfold on that day. Well, probably has more to do with like
also
the venue or the.
Listen, I don't know if that happens or not. I'm not like a venue audio technician, but what I do know is that a lot of things are set up on the stage around the headliner, right? Because the headliner has usually a big production. Whoever the headliner is,
that's true.
Usually has a big production. And then every band that is on stage before them is in some way setting up around that production.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know what I mean?
So maybe that affected their...
maybe. But the thing about it is how many bands have we seen that have opened for other bands that sounded amazing? Evanescence sounded great when we saw them open for Avenged.
I didn't feel like I heard that at Rocklahoma at all. I felt like all the bands just sounded good.
Sounded awesome, yeah.
So maybe it's like a thing that happens show to show too, because I have been to shows where I was like, for instance, I saw Korn open for Avenged Sevenfold years and years ago, and I kind of left that show like, I mean, for some reason, Korn, the quality of sound wasn't that good.
Yeah,
and so I kind of left there
wondering that.
Yeah, that was one of the first times I thought, I wonder if they like nerfed that first band.
The funny thing is,
but then I saw them close a show like a year or two. Well, it's been 3 years probably, but and they sounded just absolutely amazing. So, and that band hasn't they're not changing anything.
I think in the last decade, live bands like metal in general has sounded a lot better. Anyways, I mean, remember like when we were teenagers and we would go to bands and it'd be like. The quality was there, but you could hear what the song was, but like it didn't sound the same. Now, when we go and see like Disturbed or any of these bigger bands, it sounds about like what it sounds like on the album, Avenged included. But I mean, the funny thing about it is that I can't for the life of me think for what reason could the headliner want to nerf? Like you would want if you're already the headliner. My perspective is that you would want the band in front of you to be amazing.
Yeah.
And everybody knows who Journey is. It's not like Journey's trying to make a name for themselves, right? So you would want the band ahead of you to sound amazing so that the crowd is in the right mind space for you to come out. You're already the headliner. There's no way I would think Avenged would do anything like that on purpose.
Well, the band themselves especially, like... Yeah. That was my thing. I think I tweeted. I was like, dude, these guys, they basically are headlining any major festival they want to. Do they need to nerf a band in front of them?
It's not like
they're trying to get ahead here. They're like...
It's not like Zachy Vengeance is out there lugging amps for the other people and then hooking them up. Like, you know, that is so wild.
So, I just find it hilarious. It all stemmed from Arnel Pineda or however you pronounce the dude's name, because he apparently come out of it not sounding very good.
Okay.
So he just wasn't sounding very good at the show or whatever. He was getting some bad feedback.
Right.
Well, that was the other bizarro thing I found is after all this happens, he goes on social media and says, hey, if you guys don't if the fans don't want me to be the lead singer anymore, then tell me in the comments. And if I can't remember what the exact verbiage and stuff and parameters but he basically said, if I get more comments that say leave, I'll leave. Just right there after Rock and Rio, I'm like, dang, dude, this is all just a little dramatic.
It is a little dramatic.
And you can have a bad night and you don't have to light it on fire and walk away.
I will say that I was pleasantly surprised when we saw them live. He was fantastic when we saw him live. But
Yeah, and you'd saw him live
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
Or whatever
before
it was.
or something.
2 weeks
less
before.
than a month.
Yeah, and it's like, I just feel like maybe there could be a million things too that could have gone wrong, that could have made the setup, but it's weird to just come out and blame Avenged Sevenfold. Who are also, I want to point out, those dudes like curate the sound so that it sounds incredible. And they're not doing it. They're not going to do it to screw up another band. Like
although Matt has been Avenged has been pretty quiet.
That's true.
What are you guys doing over there?
Matt, I don't trust you. I don't trust that tattoo. You know which one I'm talking about. Just kidding. Yeah. I trust Matt with my life. I would trust Matt with my newborn baby.
Yeah.
Like Matt wouldn't have my newborn baby.
I would trust Matt if I were a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Like he could, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he lactates?
I don't know, but if he lactates, then...
It's probably awesome.
Well, that's just, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about as good as you can get as a human right there.
Yeah.
A lactating lead singer.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody else I've never really seen a band open for them and been like, oh,
Bro.
That was trashy.
Lactating lead singer would be a cool band name.
Oh, dude, that would be a cool band.
Wait, no, it wouldn't. We're going to get in trouble with that because, we'll stop.
Okay. We want to get canceled over lactation.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I want to get canceled over.
Please don't cancel our already not popular podcast.
Don't hate, just lactate.
Don't hate, just lactate.
That's awkward.
If you guys haven't checked them out, we've been doing a little bit of headlines over on the Instagram. So go check out our Instagram.
Yeah, check out the headlines. At least it helps us out with that. That's for sure.
I was trying to find some good songs to put with my headline.
Yeah.
And if anything good came out of all of this, it's that I listened to like 10 Journey songs and I was like, oh man, I forgot about all these songs.
Dude,
they have a lot of songs.
So many good songs.
So many iconic
songs.
And I forgot that they sang those songs. I was like, oh, this is Journey? Because you hear them all the time.
Oh, dude, they were great live.
That was neat.
They were great live when I saw them. So my heart goes out to them if they felt like they had a bad set or they felt like they didn't sound good. I just don't think Avenged Sevenfold's out there to sabotage anybody when they could headline literally anything they wanted to in the world.
Yeah, that was
like literally the only band they might open for still maybe Metallica.
Yeah.
Would be like maybe. Yeah, I mean, like, so hey man. The concert that I'm most upset about missing this year that I thought that there might be a chance to get to was John Williams. John Williams was in concert on the East Coast and I didn't get a chance to see that. Iconic.
It's a bummer.
Think about for a second, my opinion on John Williams is that he is this generation's Beethoven. And he's a many generations Beethoven. Because think of every iconic, like...
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Every iconic film...
That's a bold statement.
Dude, every iconic film,
That's true, though.
Score.
Yeah.
Think about Indiana
What's his
Jones.
most famous?
Listen, he did Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's
the most famous then.
That's the most famous. Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Jurassic Park.
Oh. Jurassic Park's amazing.
Dude, we're not even done. Yeah. Harry Potter.
Oh wow. Harry Potter.
E.T.
Oh, E.T. I can't remember a song from
E.T. The Olympics song that you hear when the Olympics song that they play is John Williams.
Oh damn.
Superman. Geez, dude, I don't even know. Guys, listen in the comments because I have no idea. There's so many.
Help us find more John Williams.
I mean, he's incredible.
Maybe tell us your favorite.
Schindler's List.
Oh.
A little somber, but less fun of a movie. But he did it.
He did it.
I mean, just like everything. So I don't know. I love John Williams. Love you, John Williams. Anyways.
The other story I was interested in talking about, and it's because we can relate so well to it, is Tommy Lee had a little run-in and his wife with a coyote. Dude, I know I shouldn't laugh, and I was talking to my...
But they got the dog back, right?
Yeah, they did get the dog back. I don't know in what type of shape.
Yeah, I feel like I saw maybe ring footage or security footage.
It was a ring. Yeah, it was like a ring camera.
The dog. So a coyote comes into the backyard by the pool where there's like a little chow or something.
Dude, I kind of think it was it looked like a wiener dog.
Oh, maybe it was a wiener dog.
But I don't know for sure. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. And honestly, listen, if your wiener dog gets caught up by a coyote, that's on you for buying a wiener dog.
Yeah.
Because they look delicious. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Well, and they need to teach that wiener dog a little bit of self-defense or like self-awareness.
yeah,
Because that wiener dog was literally just staring at the pool the whole time. It never even knew nothing
yeah. Never knew
until the
anything
coyote
happened.
had picked it up.
Yeah, and started running off with
It
it.
probably
right?
still didn't even care. It was just like,
He's like, I made a new friend.
Yeah.
Which is funny because dachshunds are not usually, they're usually aggressive.
yeah, maybe it's not a dachshund. I could tell.
Yeah.
It looked like kind of a wiener dog, but
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't laugh, but I couldn't help it.
Well, we can laugh because he survived. Because, you know, of all the things
I think I still would have laughed.
that Tommy Lee could be in the news for,
No kidding. Over the
Coyote
years.
Watch. Finally, it's funny to me that Wile E. Coyote gave up on Roadrunners and he's just like wiener dogs.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out so many ways to incorporate Wile E. Coyote into like the news headline.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
That's it. He just gave up on Roadrunners and he's just like wiener dogs from now on.
They got way shorter legs.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
much easier to catch.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get one of those really stubby ones, then they don't gallop well.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
they have bad backs too.
Yeah. Anatomically. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's so much. You know what I mean?
I watched the video and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Tommy
Sorry.
Lee, we care about your wiener dog. We care about your wiener dog.
The funny thing is, if it is a wiener dog, it wouldn't be the first time that Tommy Lee's wiener made the news either. You know what I mean? It's been a while.
I
but
don't like that.
It's just the truth.
That's a line for me.
We finally crossed the Tim line.
Weird. That's a weird line for me, but that's a line for me. I don't know why.
Brittany Furlan, this is what she posted to her Instagram. Nina is safe. I climbed up the wall and grabbed her out of its mouth. Oh, wow.
What's her name? Brittany?
Brittany.
Dude, cool. Good for you, Brittany. I'm a supporter of Brittany because she literally looked a predator in the eyes and said, I'm the apex predator, and took that dog away from it.
Hey, speaking of Tommy Lee, this is, I guess, the portion of the show where we talk about Aftershock. Is Motley Crue's going to be
Oh,
at
yeah.
Aftershock?
Motley Crue's going to be at Aftershock. Aftershock's got a sick lineup this year. Bands I'm really excited that I'm not going to see. That would have been my pick. Like the one I would be the most excited to see would be Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Iron Maiden big time. I think Motley Crue is going to be a hell of a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's just a band I've never seen, so it's one of those bucket lists.
Yeah.
Glad you got to see, I think.
Yeah.
But dude, we kind of talked about it before, but dude, like this, and maybe I'll put it on the screen for people to see, for the people that watch this episode, but like, I don't know, this line down here would be the headliners at any other
Oh,
festival.
yeah.
It's like Pantera, Five Finger Death Punch, Judas Priest, Disturbed.
Huge, right?
I mean, Seether, Stained.
You know what, though?
It's just a crazy lineup.
I just had the thought that it would be awesome to show up to that Motley Crue show dressed in a coyote suit.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Nobody stole our idea.
If you show up, actually, let's all show up in coyote suits.
Everybody should show up to Motley Crue in a coyote suit and just see what happens. Brittany would come out and beat you to death. So funny.
I don't know. Maybe Tommy Lee. Maybe that would trigger something, and he would just leave.
Yeah. PTSD.
Yeah.
PTS Tommy Lee.
Now I got to find a freaking Wile E. Coyote suit.
Yeah. Good luck, man.
That's hilarious, though. I'm so glad you brought that up. Shadows Fall,
Cool.
right?
Shadows Fall is like Controlled Chaos in some of their songs, right?
Oh, Bad Wolf's going to be there, so maybe we'll get to run into Doc again.
Doc, my boy. Me and Doc hang out. That's not a
but-
big deal.
But back to my elder millennial, Tech 9.
Tech 9, dude.
I listened to Tech 9 when I was like,
Tech 9's wild, right?
I don't know if that is an elder millennial, but sure.
Yeah, and you
They're
thought
like new
that,
metal, that era. Obviously, Tech 9's not new metal, but
No,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying.
well, you thought that there might be a possibility that Tech 9 and Falling in Reverse do a collaboration on stage. Remember?
Yeah, so he might end up playing with an old.
That'd be cool, huh?
I mean, yeah.
That'd be
So
cool.
that could.
I'm
could
really
bring that
excited
around.
to miss that.
Power Man 5000, dude.
Oh, dude,
That's like
Power Man
from when I was a
5000.
teenager.
That's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater days.
Oh hell yeah!
yeah. And Sean Palmer snowboarding on the Nintendo 64. Yeah.
Static X. I feel like Static X and Power Man 5000 are like two peas in a pod.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's cool. So, and then Taproot.
Yeah. We got to see some of Mastodon at Rocklahoma, right?
Yeah. Yep, we got to watch them at Rocklahoma.
Flogging Molly's always awesome. Listen, Tom Morello, guys, go over and check out Tom Morello, the lead guitarist from Rage Against the Machine. That dude is next level.
Yeah,
he's unreal, and he's one of those dudes that could just go on stage almost alone and just freaking captivate.
Well, I guess he is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, finishing off the Elder Emo or Elder, I don't know what the hell I'm calling them. What are we calling these bands? They're just our generation.
Yeah.
Like got famous in our generation.
They're just rock and roll bands, man. They're just rock and roll.
Alien Ant Farm, CKY, POD.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it's like all these bands
don't put that singing in there. Just
been so alive.
For the very first time.
That was so bad.
Yeah, I can fly. And they're Shade, bro. Like, they're Shade.
There's Shade.
That is huge.
There's Shade.
How many festivals you just sit there and you bake in, bro? There's Shade at Aftershock.
Shade.
So I'm a big fan. Big fan of Shade.
I don't know if there's any bigger fans out there of Shade than me.
Is that your...
I think that was my Donald Trump.
Is that your Donald Trump?
I was trying to do a Trump. It was close.
That was not even close. Do it again.
People are saying...
Now you're getting into Bernie Sanders. You're getting into Bernie.
Yeah, that is Bert. $27. That's my best Bernie.
Go see both Royal Inn and Tim Montana. Best people in the world. They deserve all the love in the world. And they're awesome. They have some awesome up-and-coming music. Be super pumped.
Yep. Tim Montana kind of broke out lately. He deserves every freaking second of it.
Awesome,
and
dude.
Royal Lynn's also like a big mental health proponent.
Oh,
so
dude.
She's doing a lot behind the scenes.
Probably like the nicest, most wholesome person I've ever met.
Not to mention
Royal
just
Lynn.
talented and awesome.
Yeah.
But
she's incredible. So nicest, most wholesome person I've ever met. They both deserve all the love in the world. So please go see those guys because they're awesome. Aftershock
has all this pull, and it's such a famous big festival that they're able to get things to happen there that normally don't happen at festivals and stuff. Yeah. So a few of them is Till Lindemann, lead vocalist of Rammstein, his U.S. debut as a solo artist. So this is the first time he's ever this is the first time he's ever done this in the U.S.
Wild. That's so cool. Yeah,
that's really cool. That'll be really that's something I just hope I don't have to miss because that's going to be cool. Mastodon performing Leviathan in full for its 20th anniversary. That's a pretty cool thing.
Dude, that's incredible. I love that bands, this is a trend. I love that this is a trend that bands are just being like.
Well, it kind of bums me out about when we were young because I have tickets, but I'm trying to sell them at the moment because I booked myself for too many concerts this year.
Right.
And I don't have to. Vegas always costs way too much money.
Yeah, it is.
Let's just say that. No matter what kind of money you go there.
No matter what you're doing.
I don't give a damn who you are. Yeah. You're going to spend too much money in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. Vegas is you're always in the red.
There's just a list of things that just goes on and on. Tom Morello's performing Rage Against the Machine's greatest hits and solo material. And his solo material. So get to watch Tom Morello play some Rage. That's going to be badass, dude.
You guys
and I've never got to see. It bummed me out because when they went on tour, I was going to go see them. And then I can't even remember why now. I think it might have been COVID.
Oh.
Something. Anyway, they had to cancel that tour.
Listen, you know that Killing in the Name of is going to be awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Insane Clown Posse. I don't even know how they fit into this.
Honestly, that's one.
I'm kind of excited to see it. But
I'm praying for your safety. That's all I know. Yeah.
It's a very rare show for them and only remaining performance of 2024. So
there you go.
Hey, it ought to have good energy.
I'm praying for you. Yeah,
I'm praying for me. Thank you. Shadows Fall. Dude, we just talked about Shadows Fall. I'm so stoked. First West Coast performance since 2013.
Crazy. 11 years. It's wild.
And then it just keeps going. You think I'm just going to be done, but it's not. And then Marky Ramone performing the hits of the Ramones. Dude,
come on.
The thing about it is these tickets are expensive. But
you get
their
more,
money's worth.
You
I don't
get
think
more than your money's worth.
I actually don't think they're that expensive, considering what you get.
Yeah.
And I've skipped over like
Sleeping with Sirens
50
is gonna
bands.
Be, yeah.
I've skipped over 50 bands just to tell you about like the crazy stuff that's happened. So anyhow, I think that's kind of about it for like the crazy. Oh, Biohazard's doing the classic lineup reunion show at Aftershock.
Dude, the only thing they're missing is Kid Capici.
I know, dude. Where's Kid Capici? Super excited to go to Aftershock. And that's like there's a big thank you that's deserved for DWP for letting us come in with media credentials to this again.
Danny Wimmer presents. They're the goats.
So thanks big time to them. And then thanks for everybody else that watches this because they allow us to be able to.
Thank you to our watchers and listeners because you allow us to be able to do cool things.
Anyway, can't wait to see you guys at Aftershock. Can't wait to see you on the next episode. Can't wait to see if someone else's dog gets eaten by a coyote because that sounds fun.
Protect your dogs. Hide your dogs. Hide your wives. These coyotes are eating everybody out here.
Hey, send us stories you want us to talk about too because look, I get bored reading the news.
Yeah, we love stories. Send us stories, please.
Send it. If you guys want us to hear us talk about a story, send it. Just comment. I read the comments. Tim we won't miss it. Yeah. Comment it on our socials or on the YouTube.
We will talk about your stories.
If you guys want us to talk about a story, because maybe I'm missing them too, but you know what I'm saying? I don't read every story.
Send us a
story. I have a life.
Send them.
Other than that, thanks. We'll see you next week. And then the balloons. What the fuck?
It's so funny. You should leave that in there. I wonder if it was
I don't know if I'm going to have a choice, bro.
I wonder if it was the peace sign. It is. What was the fireworks? Something was fireworks.